Right, doing a little what's in the bag for Waggled Fantasy League. He is a very good golfer, used to be off +2. He shot the lowest score I've ever seen for 2 rounds of golf in the club champs at Leighton Buzzard, so he is a golfer, he can get the ball in the hole. We've both got the bug back, and I'm going to be changing his clubs a little bit and then showing you what he's got in the bag. First of all, we've got a set of blades with CBs at the top end of here, so it's already a split set. Going to be looking to put AP2 heads on these shafts, so we've got the same shafts all the way through. I'm going to spine align these top ones, so we can have a look at the difference in consistency that we get from that as well. But I'm going to start off by pulling off these heads. Heads are off. I'm going to take these out. 7654 and the AP2s. Just going to spine these shafts first, so you can see that a bit better. Next task is to drill out the tip so there's holes down the shafts, and drill out the head so there's no debris and rubbish in there. See, there's a little bit left over glue. So just before I glue these, I'm just going to renew the paint in these irons. They're AP2 712, so it's a slight bit older and the paint does chip out eventually. Going to go yellow, the same as the irons, because that is the football team colours for Waggled Fantasy League. Once I've got them all together, I'm also going to be putting mid-sized grips on the clubs, because we've got a slight change in grip and a slight injury on the wrist that we're just sort of compensating for. Yellow. I've drilled out these heads, so the neck's nice and clear. Sometimes a bit of dust as well. Now I'm waiting for the long irons to set. I found the spines on the woods, and thankfully the hybrid is already in the right place with the decal at the bottom. So the spine points towards the target and the decal sits where it should. Very nice indeed, and that sits on A1. The driver shaft also sits forward when we have it on a number 1 setting, so anything D1, A1, anything like that is going to be in good shape in terms of the spine facing the target. So at the minute it's just marked with some marker pen here. So we do want to get the launch angle up, so I just need to have a look at the Titleist settings chart on all the clubs and just see which setting is the best in terms of flight for Waggled Fantasy League within those things, and if it needs to be changed, if I need to take the tip off and put it on at a different angle, I will do, but it shouldn't be a problem as it is. The 3-wood is a different story. We've got the spine here, got this one here, and it just sits in between 2 settings basically. So what I'm thinking of doing is, do I have any more of these shafts? I might have a look to see if I've got any more of these shafts, to see if one sits in a better position already. If not, I'll take the tip off and I'll turn the tip round, I'll put the tip on, so then the shaft can sit in the right angle for the club. I'm going B1 on the hybrid because it gives us the most loft and it flattens out the club a little bit, and it also gets the spine just in the right position for optimum performance. Because when you change all these cogs, the 1 stays in the same place, but you can choose different letters on the top. B1's the best option for this on the hybrid. The hybrid is a Titleist H2 816. Lovely bit of kit, sits behind the ball nicely. And we're looking Diamond 70 stiff hybrid shaft. 3-wood settings, we're going for C4. C4 because we get a little bit more loft, and we also keep the head slightly flatter. Again, that gives us the best position for the loft there. We've got the label comes out on the left hand side there when we do that. This is the Titleist 917 F2. Good bit of kit, and to be fair, when Waggled Fantasy League hits it, it's the best sounding 3-wood I've ever heard. Could be his ball striking, could be the club, or a mixture of the 2. I'm just looking for the driver chart. Driver fairway left hand, driver fairway right hand. So we want this on the 1 setting to give us the spine in the right position. So all the options of 1 are around here. I want to go flat and I want to go the most loft in there. So again, that's B1, same as the hybrid. And we're getting the most out of the head without having to take the tip off and put the shaft back in. B1, that's on a Titleist 917 D2. 10.5 because we want to get the launch a little bit higher. So we did the first testing, Tiz was launching the ball at about 9 degrees. We really want to get that up to 15. So higher loft is good to get that launch angle up. And we're looking Diamond 60, stiff flex in the shaft. Right, so we've got the blades, pitch 9.8 in the blades. We're going AP2s from the 7 iron, 6, 5 and 4. So just tidy off the old paint. Just the grips to do, then we're looking in pretty good shape. So I've taken all the old grips off, and we're saving them just in case the new grips aren't to Waggled Fantasy League liking. It's going up to mid-size and it's quite a jump from what it's had before. All the old stuff coming off. That just reminds me of the old cheese strings. Little cheese things that you peel up. Here in the UK, used to be in the lunchbox every week at school. So they're coming off and we're going tall velvet mid-size. So here we have the final products. We've got nice yellow writing in the clubs there. We've got red detail, orange and green in the wedges, and got the heads all set up. So finishing touches with the wholesale golf labels on there. The only thing left to do is put on the spine line for the clubs that I have spine aligned. So I've done the long irons in the woods in terms of working out where the spine is and making sure it's all in the same angle. I haven't done the short irons in the wedges yet, but we're going out for a practice. We need to get that done. I'm going to get some yardages from these clubs, and then any further adjustments that need doing will be done, and then we'll work it out from there. But we're in pretty good shape. Grips are all nice and shiny. Gone +4 on the wedges because they're just better for wedges when you go down the grip to hit shorter shots. Just a good way to be. So this is what we're looking at when we're looking at a Scratch Players golf bag. So I have reshafted the long iron 7 up to 4 iron, so we've got the same shaft all the way through. So when we're looking at Scratch Player, we're looking at different tools at the bottom of the bag. So as you hit the ball further, you get a bigger separation from each club. You get a bigger gap between each club. So we've got nice 4-degree gaps between these, and it jumps up nicely to the pitching wedge. We're going to go out and have a look at what the difference is between the 8 and the 7 iron to see if this needs to be made stronger or this needs to be made weaker, if there's a big gap between the two. And then we go up to the 4 iron, then we've got a 21-degree hybrid, a good gap, a nice 4-degree gap again, 15-degree hybrid, and then the driver we've got at 10.5 because we're trying to get that launch up a little bit. But that's where we're looking. Only thing we're missing in here is the putter, but we're all ready to rock and roll on the golf course.